And we're back with Glen Greenberg from ElmontGlass. And we've been talking about glass and technology for safety, security, energy and efficiency, and creature comfort. All right. This is the fourth segment that we're doing on this, and it's signal defense glass. All right. So here is Glenn. We're going to open that up to him again because he's got a show and tell that he wants to explain. All right, Glenn, you're back on. So talk to us about, this is an interesting area, signal defense glass.
Yes, Joe. We have the ability to take a clear plastic film.
Let me see this. Is this heavy?
This is pretty heavy. This is very thick. This is a level. This is a level 8. This will resist a tremendous amount of firepower. And it's important to note that we never say bulletproof. We always say bullet resistant because people can always get a bigger threat. And we talk about threat deterrent and bullet resistancy. And what we're talking about here, together with the bullet resistancy, we put a clear coating inside the glass that you cannot see, and the clear coating blocks Wi-Fi signal, it blocks cellular, and this is the stuff that was made of spy and international espionage stories, but now corporate America and even regular individuals want this kind of personal security and privacy for their data. People can steal your data. You know, it can be tremendous, terrible implications that could happen.
So you didn't tell me. I would have had the Mission Impossible song on behind us here.
Hum a few bars.
Yeah, well, no thanks. We want people to watch. All right, so we've got this. It seems like a high end, high defense industry glass. Yeah, I see you lifting it up there. All right, so people can get a sense of this. And it's a mirror that turns clear on a switch, and it changes in less than 1 second.
We have this new technology that it's really in the development phase, but we're starting to use it for certain industrial applications. It's called a switchable mirror. It's a mirror that when you electrify it, the crystals inside open up and allow you to see through it. So the mirror changes in less than a second to a clear glass. Yeah. And the applications that we're using it for now, besides dressing rooms and stuff like that for industry, we're using it for industrial applications where people want to monitor their chemicals and stuff like that. We make them submersible,
sure,
so they can shoot cameras through them and turn it off and on. I can't really go into any more detail on it.
No, I understand. Some of this is covered by NDA and everything else.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds interesting. And one thing, Glenn, when you and I were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, you're saying stops cellular signal. Explain that one. That's interesting.
It's a clear coating on a piece of film that the people used to use it on the exterior of their glass. But if somebody were to cut a little hole in this clear film, your defense would be compromised. We put this clear coating inside a glass, and what it does is it blocks Wi-Fi and cellular signals from transmitting across.
So we could set up our own skiff right here if we had our studios surrounded in glass, all right, and then it had this coating on it.
Correct.
This would be our own skiff.
Yes,
wow,
absolutely. You could do that.
Wow, that's incredible. I really didn't know that.
If you're ready, we'll talk.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. So the security of communications can be adjusted to appropriate level based upon security clearances and things of that nature. So you can see the technology and glass have really come a long way in how we're talking about protecting and hardening our different environments that are out there. So it's kind of interesting. All right. Anything else in the signal glass area?
No, there's just a lot of different application. I'd invite your audience, if they have any ideas or concerns or issues that they want to, look at, call me We're available 24 hours, 24/7 on the web at ElmontGlass.com. And anything we can do,
Well, why don't you give out the office number as long as you're here?
All right, the main office number is 516-248-8860. And maybe even better than ElmontGlass.com is just Google the name Elmont Glass, and you'll see all our YouTube videos and all the different applications of things that we've done. And
well, it sounds very interesting. You know, we've got a few minutes left on this clip. Why don't you talk us through a little bit on switchable mirror? You said this is in development. What is that all about?
Well, the switchable mirror it's similar to the liquid crystal switchable privacy glass, and I'm telling you, I'm not as technical as I should be because this is really still in research, but to me, it has almost a mirrored coating on the microscopic liquid crystals. So when they all bunch together, it looks like a mirror. It's more like a mirror pane, which is more like a two-way mirror. It has a little bit of visual through it, depending on the lighting condition. But when you have electricity applied to it and the liquid crystals all scatter, it allows a tremendous amount of the light to come through, and it's very, very clear.
Okay, and so you said the mirror that turns clear on a switch. Very, very, very interesting. And it changes in less than 1 second. Could be adjustable for several different levels of viewing. That's very interesting. All right. Well, that basically does our time with Glen Greenberg from ElmontGlass. Thank you, Glen, for being with us today. We certainly do appreciate that.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, and